Hey everybody, this is going to be my last video for this week. Like I said, this week I'll be doing, or I have done videos mostly specific on the 2015 Royal Rumble WWE subject matter because, it is pay-per-view week, especially being the Royal Rumble to me, the second best pay-per-view in WWE, right behind, of course, WrestleMania. And as I've said before, being a podcast host for NFL and Packers, and here also with WWE, my bucket list would be or two items on my bucket list are have always been and will always be to attend the Super Bowl and attend the WrestleMania. Um, and hopefully with hosting these podcasts and hopefully having them grow and having more fan base and yada yada, sometime soon we'll be able to do that. But the purpose of today's video, as you can see in the description and obviously the title of the video, I wanted to just quickly speak about who I think would be who will be the surprise entrance in the 2015 Royal Rumble this Sunday on the WWE Network. Now, these are going to be a combination of who I really think are going to be there, and a combination of like a dream, of who I would love to see there. So it'll be a little bit of both. First off, a little one on that I guess would be cool would be to see Shane McMahon return, see him, even if it was just one night only. Another one would be the coach, Jonathan Coachman, who now works at ESPN. I tweeted at him a month ago about that, and he actually did respond to me. And that was actually on my personal Twitter handle, not my podcast Twitter handle, but on the personal Twitter handle. And he said, at least at that point, he said, he'd rather just, he was fine with his one and only appearance and being eliminated by Ric Flair, the legend. So he said that was good enough for him. We'll see. I mean, I would love to see him back for one night only, um, whether it's early in the Rumble or whatever. Another person I would like to see in the Royal Rumble, he's been changing former WWE superstars' lives. Jake the Snake Roberts and Razor Ramon, or as he is, Scott Hall, um, and that's DDP. I think DDP definitely should get the honor and obviously he gets the respect, but obviously the honor to even just be in the Royal Rumble as a special entrant and be there and all. I think that'd be pretty awesome to see him there. Especially if like DDP and Randy Orton are there, and you see Diamond Cutter RKO's um, done to other people at the same time. That'd be awesome. That'd be like almost like a mark out moment to me. But again, that's just me. So I'd like to see those. I've been hearing some rumors about the Dudley Boys coming back and being in the Royal Rumble match. That'd be kind of cool seeing them both back in WWE where they belong, and hopefully at some point the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys can go into the WWE Hall of Fame as a tag team. I don't think either of the four have done enough, in my opinion, to go into the Hall of Fame as single competitors, but as tag teams, they've not only were they part of my era and the Attitude Era, but for the tag team division, they set the trend, they set the status quo of what a tag team division in a whole is supposed to be with the different tag teams they had at that time. Not just the Dudley Boys, but obviously Edge and Christian. Even in the early days, was it the Headbangers or whatever tag team? I even like them. So, but obviously more so when the Attitude Era got up and running, those three tag teams, obviously working along with others, really set the trend for how the tag team division should be, and what kind of teams we need in the tag team division now. But then again, I am a fan of Goldust and Cody Rhodes to Stardust. But that topic for another day. But like I said, those, like I said, Shane McMahon, the coach, the Dudley Boys. That'd be great to see them, and we'll see, who's in the Rumble. And that's the best part of the Rumble, the uncertainty of not knowing who's gonna be where, when, whatever. The countdown, the special, entrance, the returns. And speaking of other returns, a dream, a dream return, someone who I really would love to see return, and I would go crazy for it, mark out, I guess, would be Kurt Angle. I'd love to see Kurt Angle back in the WWE. Now, is that realistic for right now? Probably not, but maybe sometime soon. Maybe the 2016 Royal Rumble. Maybe whatever. I think it would be perfect timing to do it right now and have him back in the WWE. And then maybe if he is back in the WWE, I can talk to him on Twitter and see if he could be on the show, on my podcast. So either way, it'd be nice to see him. Sheamus, I guess, might be coming back. Maybe even Rey Mysterio, but either way, I think if DDP's in it, and if somehow Shane McMahon comes back for one night, those two would be perfect. Besides the Kurt Angle one. But like I said, we'll see. We'll see how the Rumble is tonight. Here, Friday night, January 23rd, at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be having my podcast, Steve's Wrestling Ramble, at blogtalkradio.com/wrestling_ramble. I don't know if the link will be able to be in the description, but I will put the URL in there. I tried to put it in the other video, but it didn't actually turn into a link or like a hyperlink or whatever, like usual, So that was kind of weird, but just copy and paste it on the top of your screen if you are on a desktop or laptop. If you also are on a device, whether it's an iPod, Kindle, or whatnot, obviously either write it down or just remember it and write it on top if it does not show as a link. But it will be a big episode, talking about Rumble. I want to be talking other stuff. I want to talk about how WWE's been handling Roman Reigns, the Daniel Bryan fan base. But all of that obviously will be talked about, in its own, and obviously during talking about the Royal Rumble match itself, since Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan are in said match. But that's a couple of topics I want to talk about. Obviously, going through each match of the card. Kind of thinking how I would fantasy book. Kind of want to see how things go in the future. So all great fun stuff. It will be a jam-packed 45 minutes. See, on Blog Talk Radio, I can do live 30 minutes, then archived 15 minutes, and a total of 45 minutes. And then it cuts me off. Kind of like sometimes when I make these videos, I've seen that I've been cut off with this app I've been using. Sometimes. And I just hope that people are able to listen live, if you can, because it's late at night or early in the morning on the East Coast. It'd be midnight. You would start at midnight Eastern. There are people on the East Coast there. But people that are, West Coast would be earlier, obviously. And that's, so hopefully, so you get some of those WWE fans. And anyone worldwide. But if you can't listen live, it is what it is. It's in the archive. It will be there. I think it'll go on there like 5 to 10 minutes after the show is actually over. So, look out for that, or the next day, over the weekend. You have something to listen to over the weekend. Also, I wanted to try to get both my shows on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and other things, but I have to figure out how to do that. How do I ask for that, or quote unquote apply for that, or get that done? It seems like it's an easy thing to do, but I don't know how to do that, so I might have to ask some people or see if write in the comments how to get a podcast of any kind, whether it's Blog Talk Radio or Podbean or whatever, to iTunes or Stitcher Radio, So, but like I said, with that being said, I just wanted to share who I think my special entrants are. I'll probably bring that up again on my podcast tonight. Again, that is Steve's Wrestling Ramble, Blog Talk Radio. Like I said, I'll try to have the link on the bottom. If it doesn't turn into a link, I've already explained how you can do that if you really do want to listen to it. And that will be at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, 12 o'clock midnight Eastern. So obviously 11 p.m. my time. Definitely check it out. Check out my Twitter at WWE_podcast. Welcome to follow that. The fan page on Facebook, just search Steve's Wrestling Ramble on Facebook.com. And those are all the places. There are many places to find out information about the show. And definitely let's get my subscriber count up for this YouTube page. So subscribe if you're not subscribed. Obviously, I'm trying to pump out more videos, do more videos to show that I am, here to stay, sort of thing, and that I want to grow not only my podcast but my, not only my podcast fan base but my YouTube channel fan base as well. And I explained in the last video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. My video I actually did yesterday. I talked about my plateaus and how my quote unquote chain of command of how I want, each milestone of subscriber count. Starting with, as I said in that video, of 25 all the way up to 1 million subscribers. And each time I do hit those plateaus, as I said in that other video, I will be making a video, acknowledging hitting that plateau, and obviously thanking the subscribers at that time, and then, keep going as well. So thank you if you did watch this video, and welcome to subscribe, welcome to leave a comment, like it, send the video to, to the fellow WB fans, get the word out of my shows, or my, wrestling show, and other alike. And like I said, I will be on the air on Blog Talk Radio late tonight. And next week videos I'm going to be doing once a day, I think, are going to be NFL related, since I do have my NFL Packers podcast, and it is Super Bowl week. Obviously, this week was WWE Royal Rumble week, big pay-per-view coming up. Next week, NFL Super Bowl week, biggest event for the NFL season, of course. So that is what's going to be happening next week. Hopefully, I can get some NFL fans that to just subscribe as well, because like I promised in my introductory video, I will be talking about both. So everybody, take care.